Hello and welcome to Firefighting in Canada this week. It's Friday, May 6, 2016. Today's edition is brought to you by VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. I'm Tamar Atik, and here are the top stories. Firefighters from across Canada are battling a wildfire that forced more than 88,000 people to evacuate Fort McMurray on Tuesday. And editor Laura King and assistant editor Maria Church have special reports on Canada's largest fire service conference and trade show held this week in Toronto. A 100,000-hectare wildfire continues to burn through Fort McMurray, destroying at least 1,600 structures and forcing the largest wildfire evacuation in Alberta's history. The fire started on Sunday and appeared to be under control on Tuesday afternoon until a drastic shift in the wind prompted the citywide mandatory evacuation order. Chief Jamie Coots is the fire chief of Slave Lake, Alberta, where a similar forest fire caused devastation to the community in 2011. He spoke with me out of Slave Lake, where he returned early Thursday morning due to other impending evacuation requests in the province.
Yeah, I mean, the first day when it hit town, it was, for me, complete deja vu. It was like standing on 12th Street in Slave Lake, except I was on Beacon Drive in Beacon Hill, Fort McMurray. The fire kind of raced up over a hill, and ash rained down. The wind, the fire started lighting, dozens of houses on fire around us. We were together with a bunch of Fort McMurray resources, and they did a great job. We had a quick check before we left last night, and where we originally started, those crews from Fort McMurray saved dozens of houses up in Beacon Hill there. So we were happy that some of the hard work had paid off for that.
Editor Laura King is in Alberta this weekend and reports from Peace River.
Tamar, I'm here for the Northern Heat Training Conference, hands-on education awareness training. Coming up from Grand Prairie yesterday, smoke from another fire in Fort St. John, British Columbia, blanketed the sun, and there was ash in the air when we arrived in Peace River. Delegates to this conference have been dispatched to Fort McMurray and High Level to help the firefight. At least 49 fires are burning in this region. Mutual aid in these parts comes from hundreds of kilometers away, all across northern Alberta, and these fire departments are used to supporting each other. The conference here will go on, albeit with fewer delegates than expected.
Watch for more coverage in next week's episode or visit firefightingincanada.com for updates. Delegates at the annual Ontario Association of Fire Chiefs Conference in Toronto took in a packed educational program offering more than 35 seminars from April 30th to May 4th. Laura has details.
Tamar, the Ontario Association of Fire Chiefs Conference focused on health and safety and lessons learned from two major incidents, Lac Mégantic and the L'Île Verte Seniors Home fire. Delegates were particularly moved by speakers Tyler Pilkey, an assistant deputy chief with Calgary Fire, and Clint and Joni Malarchuk, who told their stories of resilience and survival. Fire chiefs were anxious to hear Fire Marshal Ross Nichols' presentation on Tuesday, but it turned out to have little substance. The new OAFC board is led by Huntsville Chief Steve Hernan, who was elected president on Wednesday.
The conference also included Canada's largest fire service trade show, which drew hundreds of chief officers, firefighters, and families to the Toronto Congress Centre on Monday and Tuesday. Assistant editor Maria Church reports.
Tamar, a highlight for many at the show was a Jaws of Life demonstration from Code 4 Fire and Rescue, held right on the trade show floor. Code 4 firefighters use Hearst hydraulics to demonstrate rapid attack extrication moves for the captivated audience. Dozens of shiny red trucks were on display. A notable one was the Fort Garry Wildland Dominator, built with tank-like tracks for all-terrain mobility. And Scott Sight, Scott Safety's hands-free thermal imager, generated a lot of attention at several booths, as did MSA's thermal imager built into the SCBA. And some, of course, still prefer the original thermal imaging camera.
Thanks, Maria. That's our show for now from Annex Business Media's Niche TV Newsroom. Thank you to our sponsor, VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated. On behalf of all of us here at Niche TV, thanks for watching.